In today's video, we'll explore Gutena Video Lightbox, and we'll begin by installing the plugin. So let's hover over plugins on the left and we'll click on add new. Now on this page, I'll just type in Gutena Video in the search box and it should show up. So the first result here is Gutena Video Lightbox. We'll install and activate that plugin. Now once it's done, we'll go ahead and test it out in a new page. So I'll just click on new at the top and that will create a new post for us. I'll call this new post test, and right below this I'll click on this plus icon to add a new block, and I'll type in video, and that should bring up the Video Lightbox block. So let's select it, and here we have two different Lightbox styles. Let's use style 1. You could have chosen 2 or you could have skipped it if you wanted to. Alright, so from here we can see this frame, which is basically like a video player with a message and a play button. Now let's go to the list view so that we can see the full structure of the blocks on our page. Now I'll click on the Video Lightbox block and we can see its settings over on the right hand side. Now this is pretty standard, it's a background, but since we're using this image, the background colors will not show. Now we also have dimensions options to adjust settings such as padding and margin. So here's an example of padding. If I just move this slider, you'll see that it adds padding, and the same goes for margin. If you move the slider, you'll see the effect. So a Video Lightbox by default has a cover nested inside, and that cover block is what lets you use the image as an overlay. You can always replace it by clicking on replace, and then you'll be able to select an image from your media library, or you can upload one or use the featured image on that page. So as an example, I'll just go ahead and choose an image from here to replace the one that we're currently using on the page. Let's use this one. I'll click on select, and we can see that replacement right away. And of course, we have a focal point picker to select where to focus. We just need to move this handle. And if you're using Gutena, you'll see additional settings from the Gutena theme. So here you have the option to adjust spacing settings such as padding and margin, as well as display settings, which lets you choose which device the block could be displayed on. And we also have color settings, and this is basically the overlay we have over the image right now. There's also typography settings, dimensions with a padding option, and minimum height at the bottom. Alright, so now we'll take a look at the options for the play button. So I'll just click on the block over here on the left, and once we click on this, we'll see its options over on the right hand side. So our first option is shape. We have circle and square, and regardless of what option you choose, you can set the type to fill or border. Now we also have this really cool ripple effect that we can enable, so you'll notice that we had some pulsating movement coming from the button. We also have an option to adjust the button width, so we can make it smaller or larger by moving this slider. And then we have the icon size slider, which basically does the same thing but just for the icon. And here's the most important part, the video URL field. So this is where you'll paste your YouTube or Vimeo link. Alright, now at the bottom of this we have on-click action. So we have two options. We have Lightbox and new tab. We'll keep it as Lightbox. And here we can change our play button colors. So we can use this color picker to select virtually any color. And then we can choose the icon hover color as well as the button color. So for example, I'll make this orange. So feel free to play around with these options. Now right under the play button colors section, we have one more section, which is basically called color. And here we have a background option, but this is just for the block background. So this option is always available to you if you need to use it. Again, we have a dimensions section with both padding and margin options. And if we click on this message under the play button, we can edit it directly as this is just a paragraph block. So feel free to add any message or caption in this space. Now, once you're happy with all of your settings, you can go ahead and click on the publish button. We'll view the post. And if we scroll down, we should see our video block. So here it is. And when we click on it, it will open up in a Lightbox. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching and see you next time.